Hello, welcome back. I'm Lady Darcy Darkness, and this is Confessions from the Dark Side. And how are you all in this wonderful community? I'm going to get the disclaimer out of the way, but I don't think I'm going to be saying anything bad because this is a very happy moment in our little lives here at Confessions from the Dark Side, the spectrum of horror, and everyone who loves this franchise will be incredibly happy to know this if you aren't aware of it already. So we feel so much adult content that some of you think this isn't necessary and some of you think this isn't needed. If you are one of those people, then thanks for checking us out. But I'll say this only once. If you can't stand the heat, then get the fuck out of my kitchen. And for everyone else who likes what we have here, the regular scheduled program will continue. Shall we get started? And are we ready? So I woke up yesterday, I think it was, to the most amazing Instagram reel ever and post from the Mr. Matthew fucking Lillard. Yes, that's right. Matthew fucking Lillard is not only going to be in the second part of the trilogy that will be Five Nights at Freddy that's due to be released in December of 2025, but he is returning as Stu for Scream 7. Now, he did a post that showed you him writing, like, kind of uncomfortably, saying, "My mom and dad are going to be so mad at me." Now, this is an infamous line from one of the scenes towards the end of the finale of the original Scream movie that Wes Craven made back in 1997, when was Scream out? Let's see. Just going to check. Yes, 1997 it was released, and it changed slashers and horror for the better. It shook it up. It gave us 70s, 80s slasher feels, but with a 90s. It gave us a slasher that he redesigned slasher and horror for the 90s. He took it, what we already had, and what we already used to and loved, and changed it ever so slightly for the 90s and the future. Have we been able to replicate this? Have we? Fuck. There is plenty of people out there that seem to think that they're going to be the next Wes Craven and the next Stephen King and the next John Carpenter. You're never going to be it. Stephen King isn't even Stephen King anymore. He sold his soul a long time ago, and half the shit that he actually gets on board to write is shit. But he'll say it's fucking awesome, obviously, because he's got to get the fucking money somewhere. But there has never been a John Carpenter or a Wes Craven in our present. We still have John Carpenter. We do not have Wes Craven. He passed away. So he did many years ago now. But no one has ever been able to bring us what he did with Scream. Scream is based on an actual true story that happened in Gainesville, Florida, which I have covered here on the podcast, about a string of murders and incidents that happened. And Kevin Williamson, who again we know for Dawson's Creek, and I know he did last summer, wrote a script and a story that was based around these atrocities that happened in the 90s, where not only college students or students, but just people were being targeted. They didn't know whether it was planned or whether it was just someone who just went on a spree. But the story is based on the Gainesville murders. And don't get me wrong, it's not exactly like Gainesville, but the story is from an article that Kevin Williamson had read, and he thought it would make a good backbone for a story, and he was. He wrote this story that not only had big names for the 90s, but Drew Barrymore is in that movie, and Drew Barrymore was most likely the bigger actress out of them all, even though Courtney Cox was in the movie. It was the first time a popular actress who was famous that dies quickly. She literally, if you've not seen Scream, where the fuck have you been? Because it is a very ancient film, but it's still a fucking goodie. The people in that movie were Skeet Ulrich, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Drew Barrymore, Neve Campbell, or Neve Campbell, depending on where you're from and how you pronounce it, and Matthew Lillard. Also, you had Jamie Kennedy in there who played Randy, who again is one of my all-time favourite characters because he reminds me of me. Goes, you don't know the rules. What do you mean you don't know the rules? You don't know the rules of horror movie that everybody, if you have sex, you die. If you take drugs, you die. If you drink, you die. If you have all those three things, you die. That's basically the rules. There are fucking rules in a horror movie that you must abide by if you are going to survive one. And that is what Randy has told us. Randy Meeks is basically, I heart him. I think everybody does. Matthew Lillard, for me, getting to show how talented he actually is, because he's a very underappreciated actor. And this is what I mean. I've saw people who have met him, like watched their videos and stuff, and he just seems to be this kind guy who understands that the fans have put him to where he is. If it wasn't for the fans, that have spent time watching his movies and spent time actually getting to know him as a person and not just these characters, he understands that without you, without us, he wouldn't be where he is today. And a lot of people forget that. There's not just you, the person, but it's the people who support you and encourage and want to watch and pretty much live basically as, oh my God, I am your biggest fan. I absolutely love Matthew Lillard, so does Luna as well. And everybody I speak to now seems like, oh, Matthew Lillard, oh, I know him. That's the guy in Scooby Doo. I said, he's not just in Scooby Doo. He was in Serial Mom, which is an amazing film with Kathleen Turner. Fucking hilarious dark comedy, or is called black comedy back then, that's technically about a serial killer that has got, she likes etiquette and manners and people don't follow them. And he wasn't, it was like his second project, I think, where he did Serial Mom. He wasn't really that big. He was in movies like Hackers with Angelina Jolie and Johnny Lee Miller. Fucking amazing movie and so funny. And he's always known as the funny guy, but he's been in a couple of things where he's been a serious guy. Like in 13 Ghosts, he has empathic abilities and he could see things. He could also see how you feel, and which is an empath. But he also can see images as well. So he's not just only feeling it, he sees it. And you can actually understand and have some and empathize with him that his gifts, he's using them technically for bad, but he realizes what he's doing is wrong in the story, and for him to actually overcome what he has done for this house in the story, then you see him actually becoming kind of the hero of the story where he wants to save rather than cause this family pain. You see his acting ability when he plays a serious character compared to how he plays a humorous character, or when he's actually doing tabletop gaming. He's very creative. And I like the fact that he's managed to stay in the genre. And so he's managed to stay in the game, but he's been dealt so many different cards that he knows how to use them. And we are seeing this even more now. Blumhouse trusted him to be part of Five Nights at Freddy's, and when I seen him in the fucking trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's, like, fuck yes, here we fucking go. That's it. I said, this is going to be fucking amazing because Matthew Lillard's in this. See, seeing my mom and dad's going to be so mad at me, and they fucking kept it a secret. Are they going to tell us that it's actually Gail Weathers was the original killer? Because she basically is a mentalist. Out of all the people I've spoken to, we've spoke about different storylines they could go down. Did Gail do it because the wrong person went to jail and she's punishing Sydney? The fact that Billy and Stu were shot, but you could survive a headshot, which means you could still stay alive. Yes, you could be plotting your revenge and everything else along with it. It's so exciting because I don't like Jenna Ortega. Everybody knows this. It's the person I don't like. I don't really think she's a particularly good actress. They keep fucking saying she's like Winona Ryder, a young Winona Ryder, a young Christina Ricci. Again, I don't see it. She wrecked Wednesday for me. She really fucking did, because I don't think she's a very particularly good actress. Just stop wrecking shit from, like, our past or the future. But I'm happy that they've brought back Neve Campbell, because again, she is basically our version of Jamie Lee Curtis. She is a scream queen. The 70s had Jamie Lee Curtis, and we had her in the 80s as well, and the 90s and the 2000s, and we continuously, the scream queen has become the hero, and she's became the villain as well. She's had to become the villain to be the hero, and vice versa, and that's what we're maybe going to see with Scream 7. I really don't know, but I am invested because of Matthew Lillard. Not because of anybody else. Matthew Lillard. If they kill him off or try and kill him off again, I think I may have to stab a bish. I really will. But if he's going to come back and actually say why he did what he did and why he's continuously lurking around the shadows, because he was in Scream 2 at the college party that some people are not aware of, and in Scream 6, I believe, or maybe Scream 5, I think it was Scream 6, the last one, but they use his voice on the voice recorder like they did from the original Scream movies, where it's like, hello, Sydney. Do you know what I mean? They kind of did that where they used him. They did use both the voices, but he was predominantly used, and I don't know if that was them telling us that they're going to bring him back, because technically he lives on. They've never ever told us they died. They just assumed that they did die. So it's always open. If it's going to be anything like Michael and Jason, now they've died plenty of times. Jason went to fucking space and they fucking froze him. He drowned, he's been stabbed, he's been set in fucking fire, but he still fucking comes back. The same with Michael. Michael always comes back, but they just disappear then come back. They go into what, a kind of a cryostasis in their head basically. They go to sleep, they hibernate until what, they're fucking ready to come back and fucking, deal with this shit. But I'm really fucking happy to see them. I'm really so fucking happy that we're getting Matthew fucking Lillard. I am happy that we're getting to see him again in the 21st century, not just the 20th century. Am I fucking ready? Yes, I fucking am. Are you fucking ready? Confessions from the Darkside and Beyond. Are you fucking ready for Matthew Lillard to be on our screen? As part of the Scream universe, because he didn't die. We knew he didn't fucking die. Come on, Stewie had game. He was fucking coming back. We fucking love Stu. We fucking do. So, how much are you looking forward to seeing the new Scream film? Fuck Jenna Ortega and the rest of them. Just fucking Matthew Lillard all the fucking way. There's certain actors, and he is one of them, I fucking feel this passionately about. Do you love Matthew Lillard? What is your fucking favourite thing about Matthew Lillard? And what is your favourite movie or show or anything he's been involved in? What makes your heart happy knowing that fucking Matthew Lillard is a part of? That's what I'm saying to you, community, right here, right now. Confessions from the Dark Side. I'm Lady Darcy Darkness, and that was Matthew Lillard's coming back, people, and he's fucking announced it on Instagram for all ours little weirdos out there who are original fans of the original franchise. Are we fucking ready, people? Yes, we fucking are. Fucking bring it. Let's fucking go. Yes. And if you like content like this, where I'm usually actually not as happy as this, well, you can follow us, Confessions from the Dark Side. We are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, we are on Spotify, we're on Amazon Music, we're on a bunch of places on Buzzsprout. Why don't you go check us out, see what you like? Tell us what you think. Tell us what your views. What are you looking forward to this year? What makes your horror black heart happy for 2025? What are you expecting? What are you not expecting? Please let us know. Is there something out there that you think that I should be aware of, that you think that I haven't heard about? Please email us at confessionsfromthedarkside@gmail.com. All one word. And I'm Lady Darcy Darkness, and you can see me over on Twitch from behind the mash reviews, playing awesome games and having awesome content and hanging about with some awesome people and awesome like-minded people like myself. Go follow, go love, go watch something, go do something that makes your little black heart incredibly fucking happy. And I'll see you in the next one. This is not a rant, this is happiness right now, people. Love ya. See you later. I'm Lady Darcy Darkness. That was Confessions from the Dark Side. Welcome back, Matthew fucking Lillard, to the Scream universe. We knew you didn't leave. We are happy to see you again. Later.